Alright, this morning we're going to cover just a very simple example of blocking in the SQL Server. I get asked about this from time to time with developers, and so this will just kind of help them understand the bigger perspective here. And it's one of the big things as a DBA is somebody will be running some command and there will be blocking going on, and it just keeps going and going and going and going, and they have no idea what's going on. So this kind of just explains what's going on in the background. It's not in any way, shape, or form supposed to be a comprehensive solution or anything. It's just, here's what's going on, okay? So let's suppose that I run a command, and I say begin tran, and I delete from a table, or I update, or I insert, okay? But I don't either commit or roll back my tran. I'm just running this for now, right? And so user 2 decides that he wants to see his table private 3. Now we know that user 1 was deleting from the table and didn't commit or roll back, and user 2 is, like, hey, why am I not getting a result? I mean, it's been 8 minutes and there shouldn't be more than 10 records. As I saw, there's only 4 records. I mean, that's probably not going to take 8 minutes to return. Okay, well, the problem is that without a commit transaction, or rollback transaction, basically this query is just going to keep running forever. Okay, and that's because this user right here is blocking this user right here. Okay, now if we hover over the query window, in this case, I happen to know that my query is 56 because it says it in parentheses, and I also happen to know that this query is 53 because it says it in parentheses too. I don't know if these IntelliSense come up in the videos. I noticed that in PowerShell they don't, so they may not come up here, but if you hover over the query windows you can see. One of the things we can do is execute SP-who2, and yes, there are other ways to get it. Those are irrelevant. This is just to kind of give new developers to understand what's going on behind the scenes. And you'll see that in my video, my query window 56, I'm being blocked by 53. Okay, and I'm like, oh, even though I'm running a select, that's what's going on. Okay, so one of the things I can do here, how long is it going to take? Oh, it doesn't take that long. Sometimes it takes forever to roll back. Is I can always do this. Okay. So, with no lock, and I think I covered this in another video, is a dirty read. Okay. And I say it's a dirty read because watch what happens when I do this. So I roll back the transaction. Okay. And now if I select star, there's still data in it. Right. So the transaction was going to be rolled back. So I actually read the wrong data. Got to be careful about that, right? In fact, if I ever, as a DBA, it really, really annoys the daylights out of me when I see someone insert data from a table and in their from statement they're using with no lock. Boy, you better be 100% sure that it's okay to reading dirty data. What kills me too is I'll ask them, I'll be like, so when we're doing that insert, is it okay to read dirty data? No, it isn't. Why? I mean, should we keep it? Then why are you using with no lock? Well, I saw somebody do it online. Okay, that is not a good use of with no lock. Ever. Anyway. Well, I guess there might be situations it is. So, let's do this again. So, we began our transaction. We haven't committed it. Now we're going to select star. Okay. So what happens when we roll back transaction is this query immediately returns. Okay. So, you can look at SP-who2 and you can get some information on blocking if you're being blocked and what user is blocking you. That's just some basics on what's going on. Bottom line is you either have a transaction that's still running. Keep in mind if it was deleting a lot more records than that, it would take a while. So certain things can happen like that. That's what's going on behind the scenes.